The Summer That Changed AI, The Untold Story of the Transformer, August 2017. Millions of Americans stood outside, eyes turned skyward, watching as the moon slowly devoured the sun in the first total solar eclipse visible, coast to coast across the United States in 99 years. The path of totality carved a 70-mile wide ribbon across 14 states, from Lincoln Beach, Oregon, to Charleston, South Carolina. For 2 minutes and 40 seconds, day became night. The world stopped to witness nature's most dramatic performance. But while humanity gazed upward at celestial mechanics, 8 minds at Google had already rewritten the future. 3 months earlier, in a building most people would never notice, they published 15 pages that would accidentally create the blueprint for ChatGPT, DALL-E, and every AI system you use today. The paper's title? A Beatles reference. Attention is all you need. This is the story of how the Transformer was born. The problem. To understand why this mattered, you need to know what AI researchers were battling in 2017. For decades, if you wanted a computer to understand language, you used something called recurrent neural networks, or RNNs. Think of them as AI that reads one word at a time, left to right, trying to remember everything it's seen. The problem? They forgot. RNNs were slow to train and struggled to remember previous words in long sequences. It's like trying to understand a novel by reading one letter at a time, while simultaneously forgetting the previous chapters. Researchers tried to fix this. In 1997, scientists invented LSTM networks, special recurrent networks with components that could remember past data better. They helped, but they were still painfully slow and sequential. You couldn't parallelize them. You couldn't make them learn faster. You couldn't scale them to understand language the way humans do, seeing entire contexts, understanding relationships between distant words, grasping meaning that spans paragraphs. One researcher at Google, Jacob Uskereit, had a radical hypothesis. What if attention without recurrence would be sufficient for language translation? His own father, a well-known computational linguist, was skeptical. It was against conventional wisdom. But Jacob wasn't alone. The breakthrough. In June 2017, 8 researchers submitted a paper to a neural networks conference. Ashish Vaswani, Noam Shazir, Nikki Parmar, Jacob Uskereit, Lion Jones, Aidan Gomez, Lukasz Kaiser, and Ilya Polosukin. They called their architecture the Transformer. The name Transformer was picked because Jacob Uskereit liked the sound of it. An early design document even included illustrations of characters from the Transformers franchise. But the tech inside? Revolutionary. Instead of processing words sequentially, the Transformer used something called attention mechanisms, allowing the model to dynamically focus on different parts of input data, determining which elements were most relevant. Imagine reading a sentence and instantly seeing how every word relates to every other word, not just the ones nearby, but across the entire text. That's attention. The team trained their models on 8 NVIDIA P100 GPUs. The base models took about 12 hours to train. The big models? 3.5 days. The results shocked everyone. On machine translation tasks, they beat every existing system, improving translation scores by over 2 points while training in a fraction of the time. But here's what nobody realized yet. They hadn't just built a better translator. Before the paper was even published, one co-author was already using a decoder-only variation of the architecture to generate fictional Wikipedia articles. They'd built something far more general, far more powerful. They'd built the engine of modern AI. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the stories behind the technology that changed everything, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with what tech story you want to hear next, and share this with anyone who's ever wondered how AI actually works. Every week, we uncover the untold moments, the brilliant minds, and the accidents that shaped our digital world. You won't want to miss what's coming next. The revolution. As of 2025, "Attention is all you need" has been cited more than 173,000 times, placing it among the top 10 most cited papers of the 21st century. Here's what it spawned. 2018, OpenAI releases GPT-1, the first generative pre-trained transformer. It used the decoder-only transformer architecture to generate human-like text. 2018, Google releases BERT, an encoder-only transformer that revolutionized language understanding. By 2019, Google was using BERT to process search queries. 2020. GPT-3 arrives. 175 billion parameters, the largest language model ever created at the time. November 30th, 2022. ChatGPT launches. Built on GPT 3.5, it reaches 100 million users in just 2 months, the fastest growing application in history. By comparison, TikTok took 9 months to hit that milestone. 2023. GPT-4 is released. More capable, more accurate, integrated into everything from Microsoft Office to Khan Academy. And it wasn't just text. The transformer architecture became the backbone for image generation, audio synthesis, video creation, every form of generative AI you interact with today. DALL-E, transformers. Midjourney, transformers. The AI voice reading this script, transformers. After the paper, each of the 8 authors left Google to join other companies or found startups. Several expressed feeling unable to innovate and expand the transformer in directions they wanted if they'd stayed. They scattered. But their creation? It multiplied. On August 21st, 2017, for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, the moon cast its shadow across America. But 3 months before that eclipse, 8 researchers cast a shadow of their own. They proved that attention was all you needed. They showed that you didn't need recurrence. You didn't need convolutions. You just needed a way to let every part of a sentence talk to every other part, instantly, in parallel, at scale. The paper foresaw its own potential, predicting applications in question answering, and what we now call multimodal generative AI. Today, the transformer isn't just a breakthrough in AI research. It's the invisible architecture beneath every conversation you have with ChatGPT, every image you generate with AI, every translation Google serves you, every recommendation algorithm learning your preferences. While millions watched the sky darken for 160 seconds, 8 minds had already darkened and illuminated the future of human-computer interaction forever. The eclipse passed. The transformer? It's still here, growing, learning, transforming everything. And it all started with 15 pages and a Beatles reference. This is Logic and Legends. Subscribe for more untold tech stories. Comment below with what you want us to cover next, and share this with anyone who loves technology history. Next episode, the college student who accidentally created open source and changed software forever. See you then.